Welcome back to a new Women's League casted game. Here on the west side we have Ar13mis playing as the Rus, and on the east side we have Mizzsazza playing as the Japanese. These matches are part of the Women's League, hosted by Whamen QT on her Twitch channel. I'll leave the link to that underneath in the description. And the thing that you need to know is they're going to be live on the 27th of April with the semifinals and the finals on her Twitch channel. And on the 28th of April, the Premier League, so the higher level women, are gonna compete in 2v2s together with pro players. So they will be matched with a pro player to actually do those matches. Well, let's go cast this game, and with me is Nim to do some casting.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
He was already like, controlling the camera into the.
Yeah, just taking a look at the scout. We are on Lipany again. I feel like we've cast a lot of Lipany games. We've cast a lot of was
Dry
it Gorge
Arabia
games?
Gorge, yeah. Dry
Sorry,
Arabia,
this
Praria.
is Dry Arabia. I said Lipany and I meant Dry Arabia. This is very much Dry Arabia. It doesn't look very dry. It doesn't look very Arabic, but this is Dry Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, because we have a Rus player in the game, players are looking to get their scouts out on the field and take out some of those deer carcasses.
Yeah, just to deny those bounty, right? And
to deny the Rus the bounty. Yeah,
and Rus wants the bounty.
And Rus very much wants that bounty.
Yeah.
And Ar13mis here is finding more of those deer. So what you just do is like you can just shift click them onto all those deer, and the scout will take care of it all by themselves. So
and we can see that Ar13mis has done that. So he doesn't like micro this.
No. You don't need to micro this. There was a time where actually you kind of did, because it would take them much longer otherwise. Because they would fire a third arrow onto the corpse, like when it was already dead. So that was inconvenient.
Yeah, so we do see one scout coming out for the Japanese and two coming out for the Rus player right now.
Yeah, they just start out with this scout, obviously.
Yep.
We don't have any stone gathering shenanigans from the Japanese, which they sometimes do. They sometimes do. Instead, we did pick up the first the first basically the Japanese variant of the wheelbarrow. They did take that upgrade.
Yeah, because a good thing to know is, like, if you're the Japanese and you're gathering that stone, you can go for a second town center, but you will also be gathering gold with it. You will get passive gold.
Yeah, the reverse is also true, which is why we're getting that stone income here.
Yeah. So meaning you can still go for, like, feudal age, even though you're not gathering gold at all.
Yeah,
there's a sheep there,
and it's gonna be the core storehouse for the Japanese. I wonder what the point of it is, like building it that close to the TC.
Yeah, I would love
some
seeing it a little bit more here, I think. So a lot of the farms will be under the TC, but it will be a gather point for this
at the same time
as well.
Yeah, at the same time though, I know that this is intentional. Like there's reasoning behind this, but perhaps it's just it's above my pay grade or something. Like
we're not getting paid yet. That's the thing. Our channel is not monetized yet because we need 4,000 watch hours to get it monetized. After that, we're gonna get advertisements, and we're gonna get paid for the advertisements. That's why you're not seeing any advertisements here. And if you are, we're not gonna pay for them. Yeah. So by watching this, you're basically helping us out a bunch, getting it monetized, because 4,000 watch hours is just a lot.
I think I would have loved to see this Kremlin a little bit more forward onto the berries and gold, perhaps, onto the gold and stone, perhaps. Here it is just barely defending the gold. However, this is an open map.
Yeah.
And Ar13mis is perhaps afraid of a very early samurai push, in which case the Kremlin and the town center here make for a very defensive position.
Yeah.
Underneath the TC.
Yeah, if you have farms underneath the town center and the Kremlin, they're double protected.
Yeah, and like again, there is a very real risk that Mizzsazza with the Japanese is looking to do a very early push with with Samurai, those are heavily armored units. They can dive underneath the town center, and they will dive underneath that town center. So that might be the reason why the Kremlin is that close to the TC. That's what I'm getting from this. That's what I would imagine is the reason.
We see Ar13mis going into that survival tactics and actually moving
techniques.
out techniques. It's fine. People know what I mean. And moving out to another deer patch. If you have at least 2 deer patches or a deer patch and a board, the survival techniques is already worth it. So definitely a good upgrade for the Rus to pick up.
Yeah, double products as well.
Yeah, the double products coming in as well.
Which makes good sense, honestly, as the Rus. I wonder if we have any military production coming up yet. No, both players are still just gathering wood, gathering food, and gathering some gold. They both have 4 on gold. There's nothing quite happening very quickly with that gold. I think we're just gonna get a few upgrades,
and then we're just gonna go to Castle Age. It seems like.
Yeah, we're saving up a lot of gold. So there is a barracks coming up for Mizzsazza.
So there is a chance that they're coming.
And a stable for Ar13mis.
Coming out.
I wonder if this is being caught out. So the scout of Mizzsazza is here. I don't think she can see that.
No.
That stable. There's no way. And the scout of Ar13mis probably needs to go and check out where her opponent is.
No, just next. Almost spotted. Just a little bit.
We have a second scout though, right? Like we've got this one and we've got this one. Where's this one? Oh, this one's near. This one is near the base.
Very well hidden.
It is hidden like
very
that.
Sneaky scout. You can barely see it.
But if any units come the way of Ar13mis here, she would spot them out.
Yeah, because the scout will whistle.
She would spot them out.
And you will hear the whistle.
And because the Rus have knights, Mizzsazza is anticipating it and is already grabbing up the veterancy for a spearman here,
which is the counter for the knights.
Which is a counter for those knights. Yeah, and it's honestly it's not too big of a deal for the Japanese to go into some spearmen as well.
Because the barracks can also make those samurai.
They can make those samurai.
So
they can make those Anabugeisha.
Investing in barracks is going to be always helpful for them.
Yeah, we're out of food. Mizzsazza really quick on the draw here. Just sending them back to those sheep. Those first knights are going to be here.
Doesn't know about.
You would love to see a scout along with it so that he knows exactly where he's charging into.
He is charging into the right.
Because if he saw this knight, he could have probably got the charge in on one of the villagers.
Yeah, maybe got that first villager kill. Maybe, I mean, it was close to the town center, so maybe not. It would be low at least.
Yeah, Mizzsazza's just using her scout to really see what is heading in there. We've already got an outpost onto the gold. This is going to secure us that gold. We do need to be spending it though.
Oh yes.
We do need to be spending it. I feel like we either need to be giving it using it for upgrades, maybe. or
aging up.
Or making those samurai. But it needs to be one of those things. Honestly, we could do with a second barracks.
Yeah, especially because we have
the wood for it
now. And we see the ranged attack coming in for Ar13mis. Even though she has made a lot of knights, you would think that she would go for melee attack first.
It can only mean that we're getting the archer ranges in now. And honestly, at some point, they are the Japanese. They are just going to move into those samurai, and which is what you need the crossbowmen for. So I understand why they would do that.
But to get the crossbow, we need to be in Castle Age.
We need to be in Castle Age, but it makes sense, right? You bring out the knight, they bring out the spearman. You bring out the archer, they bring out the samurai. They bring out the samurai, you bring out the crossbow.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless you're not castle yet, and then you need to go castle first.
No, but it makes there's obviously there's a decision on all what building to open up with, what military production to open up with.
Yep.
And that's a decision, right?
But you can make an informed
decision. It also
decision.
kind of dictates what your opponent is going to make in return.
Yep.
So it is always a very particular decision that you're making when putting those down. We are getting an archery range as well. Perhaps some Anamusha. Are we going to see some of those in this game?
Yeah, we
Floating
see
gate, by the way.
The Rus knows about the DA chip, I think, and she has decided, oh, I need to go heavy on gold because I don't have that much gold, and we want to get some upgrades in, and I want to get to castle as well. So going with 8 on gold right now.
Just need to keep those spearmen near that villager here, because otherwise
the knight is gonna try and charge in.
Both of these players actually paying real good attention. Ar13mis sending out that knight to this villager. Mizzsazza already having her spearmen out on that wall, and those walls are going to be very, very helpful against all of the raids that would otherwise definitely 100% come in. Yeah,
especially against like horsemen and knights. Walls are going to be very, very helpful.
Yeah, and they're both picking up eco-techs right now.
A lot of them coming in for Ar13mis.
A lot of them coming in for Ar13mis. It's a little bit more difficult to see which Mizzsazza has, but I think she did go for the second level of wheelbarrow. She did. Again, Japanese wheelbarrow, a little different. But she did go for the double products as well. And here, this is where the archers obviously come in.
Yep.
These knights are very, very low health. So already picking up those priests. Which like, we get them with the floating gate. We get them with the floating gate.
Really early.
Get these free Shinto priests.
I don't think you're going to make it, but at least that relic is closer by now. So now it's going to be easier to pick up.
Yeah, and again, she gets them for free, right? She gets these priests for free. Abbey of the Trinity for our Rus players. So I think these are probably going to try and steal some of those relics out from under Mizzsazza's nose, even though she's up first.
Yeah, but like a lot of these relics are very close to Ar13mis. Like there's one right next to her. The one in the middle, I feel like, is a little bit more easy for Ar13mis to grab. She's got a lot of knights, so she's going to be able to defend these relics a little bit better than Mizzsazza. Yeah. So if she can go castle and make, make her own monks.
I would make sure to keep an eye on them, honestly. Like, you've got the military advantage right now, and those knights are no joke.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on where those relics are, because they are going to just otherwise get picked up by Mizzsazza very, very quickly. Do we have a new Shinto priest? We do not. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I was on the wrong person. Here it is, the Shinto priest.
I don't know where the Shinto priest is going.
It's going to deliver the Yorishiro to the forge over here, because our first one went up on the forge, which is going to give us a 75 flat gold per minute.
Yeah.
And you love to put those Yorishiros in the forges, which is why just like sometimes it's just good to make another one. But it's going to delay us a little bit. We would love to have that forge already be up so that our priest can be picking up. She is
She's
moving over
the one in the middle, and I think she split it off. Yeah, some knights to go.
These are not the highest health knights, but they will still kill a Shinto priest, of course.
Yeah.
Same for these.
Unless he sneezes, because then they're dead.
Yeah. No, she's doing very well actually guarding those relics. And we've got a second town center for Mizzsazza.
Yeah, it makes sense because she's getting that passive stone in, right? So she just only have to collect that wood and not the stone anymore.
Yeah. Rus also making walls right now, also making sure that those raids, which will come in, the samurai are just, and especially the Anabugeisha, are very, very good at those raids. Odachi for Mizzsazza, this is gonna do a lot, like have their samurai do a lot more damage.
Yeah, we have that +1 melee damage coming in for the Rus for Ar13mis.
Yeah, we have those on the Japanese as well. We're both just honestly gearing up for big fights. We are looking at each other.
Definitely.
We're keeping an eye on what they're doing, and we're both just preparing. Honestly, a lot of text for both players.
Yeah, what I'm wondering is, like, Ar13mis went for the +1 and the ranged first, but I felt like she's got like a lot more, melee units at the moment, so I felt like it might have been a better choice to go for the melee first and then for the ranged.
I think it ties into the fact that the the range units are the ones that are going to be doing the real damage, because we are expecting samurai.
Yeah.
And we just want those crossbowmen out.
we
Actually,
do see-
that's 2 relics. That's 3 relics actually for
do
Artemis.
see Artemis. I mean, her priests are gonna be a little bit faster because her warrior monarch is on a horse. Is it a horse or is that
It's a horse. It's a monk, by the way.
monk?
Monk, yes.
Well, I can't speak English. That's just a. I thought it looked like a donkey for some reason. That's why I was confused. I was
Yeah,
like, is it a
I
donkey?
feel like we've been a little slow on our relics here from
Yeah,
Mizzsazza,
even
despite
though
having
she
gone up
yeah.
far earlier and really missing on that opportunity because this is now 4 relics because the last one is over here on the top side.
Yeah, we did see that Mizzsazza went for the first relic at 11 minutes already. That was really early, and then she didn't manage to get a single relic in until 15 minutes in.
Yeah, she even picked up this one quite late, so could have probably contested those relics better. Could have probably grabbed them earlier.
Yeah.
Could have probably sent some.
Oh, that 1 HP knight.
Oh yeah, they're being healed up
Yeah,
now.
not this one.
Actually, this is a 2 HP
Oh, sorry.
knight. I'm sorry.
I can't see the
I'm
bar.
calling
It's
you
like
out
just
on your
black.
mistakes here.
I don't even see the purple in the health bar. That's how close it was.
Honestly, like now that I'm like casting these games, I feel like I'm parsing some information that I would not otherwise really think about. Especially in regards to how you pronounce certain things.
Yeah.
Because the Byzantine ram, for example, I'm not sure if you've ever seen that one.
Yeah, so I'm dyslexic, guys, so like a word like that is insanely hard for me. I just call them rams.
Yeah.
How do they call it? It's something with C-E.
So I've heard, and this is just what you use, right? Like if you just if you don't know how to pronounce the word and you just hear somebody else say it,
You're just gonna copy it.
Like you're just gonna copy it. So what Drongo says, and we watched Drongo.
I mean,
oh yes, we do.
But I mean, I wouldn't per se say that Drongo will be the best to take advice from pronunciation.
No,
pronouncing things.
absolutely not. I remember we're going to a daimyo manor right now. At some point he called these he got the daimyo part correctly, and then manure.
Manure?
Yeah, I remember I was like, Drongo, that's an English word, my guy. Okay,
That
we are
is,
heading into a fight right now.
The first villager kills, and they're 3 already on the gold.
Yeah, just Artemis quickly picking out some of those villagers, and just. Oh, we are gonna need to fight though if we want to keep our archers alive.
Yeah, they're not gonna be
Artemis,
fast
but
enough.
I think Artemis is not looking to fight. She's gonna be just happy to leave this fight for now.
she just wants to retreat.
The scout really heading in there.
But how was that Byzantine ram called?
So
now?
the Byzantine ram is called the Tronco says Cheirosophon. I think that's close enough. I think like as an anglicized pronunciation, that works pretty well. But the CH is definitely pronounced as a sound. So Cheirosophon.
Oh, Wololo!
The triple Wololo, but oh no! Oh no! That's half her army gone!
Oh my god!
Oh no! She did not
what
catch
a
that out
Wololo.
quick enough. Oh my god! That's gonna give Salami a run for his money as the Wololo. God, that
It's
was an
Corvinus
amazing. She
nowadays.
had that prepared. This was the entire plan. Like when she pulled back her army, this was exactly what was on the cards. This is exactly what she had in mind. And Mizzsazza is now struggling. She needs to be producing more units, far more units. How much production do we have here? We have at least 5 barracks. We need to be seeing 5 samurai coming out here to defend against this onslaught because a lot of your samurai are now just turncoats.
Yeah.
And they're destroying that front line. We're heading back onto that gold. We've stacked up so many resources, by the way.
But
what happened here?
We need more
But
food.
no food. If we had a market, which we desperately need right now, we need to be switching in all that money for some food right now.
Yeah, your own units are breaking your own buildings. You gotta hate that. Seeing the samurai used against yourself.
We're on the tree line right now. We need to pull all of these villagers back. These walls are not going to help because the front has no cover whatsoever. We even have a mangonel in the back. But if these
It doesn't
all
have
these
anything to
villages
shoot
on
to.
these farms go down, this looks perfect. Like Mizzsazza playing this like a city builder. All these perfectly placed farms.
You gotta love it.
It looks amazing, but they're all gonna be burned if we do not have the units. If we are not producing any units
There
from
are only
these
3 units in queue right now. 1, 2. There's just not enough army
18
right
dead
now.
villagers already.
It's gonna be.
And it's gonna be 3 units against a 39 units.
How are you gonna stop this? How?
Even with the Daimyo Manor here, which obviously does some extra damage, extra arrows, it's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough to turn the tide.
Yeah.
That was the biggest mistake, and it was just an ambush laid by Ar13mis.
And the question is, can she do anything about it now?
What a giga brain play. That was so good. She
Oh,
lured them. This
oh
is
no, I didn't
this is
think I
why
said-
she plays the Trinity maybe at the front even. I just want to know, was this planned ahead of time? Was this in the making?
Maybe. It was perfect.
And we were talking about this before about like having your units stationed inside
Yeah, where you have the option to bring the relic with you inside the building without putting
Actually,
it in
that's
the
not the case in the Abbey of Trinity. Like only the Delhi can do that. But she just had those all of those warrior monks just like right at the ready. Yeah, there's no saving this. Even like every unit that she makes is just gonna be caught
Destroyed.
out. Ar13mis is not even really looking at this right now.
No.
Ar13mis is just spamming more units, making more rams,
Having the relic point be here.
and just securing her victory here, because all of this, just look at how much food
Yeah.
and wood
She can't
this
do anything
is.
with this food.
But she cannot use any of it.
Even though there's still 33 on food right now, I think she might have put them somewhere else on food now.
She's put them
Oh,
back
on
over
the
here
berries.
on these berries, and Mizzsazza is scrambling to come up with any sort of response to this.
Yep.
Some units are slowly getting killed here, but we are making rams now. We even had the keep drop. I'm sorry that we missed it. The keep drop came down here. There's no retaking this land, honestly.
And now the horsemen, the
And
knights.
like as soon as
they're gonna come
this
this
gate
way.
comes down, it is game over. We do still have some villagers.
Yeah, quite
even
some,
though like
actually.
40 of them went down, which is a huge number, right?
But that's because
That
you had a
would put
second
us
TC.
onto like 80 villagers. But if they get in here, it's all over it. Red Rover.
They're gonna run for their lives, trying to get through the gate again and start a new civilization on the other side. They're not gonna be fast enough. Some of them are gonna get killed.
I hate how infectious some of Drongo's sayings are.
It's all over Red Rover.
It's all over Red Rover.
Maybe we should do like one cast and then we write down all of like Drongo's sayings, and the only thing we were allowed to say is something that Drongo said before. And then we need to start with good day fellas, of course.
Good day, fellas. Yes. Oh yeah, there we go. Now, everything. I mean, we still managed to save most of our villages
The
here, but
scouts of the
they're just running. They're
There's
just
a
on the
knight
run.
following
And
them.
even the Shogunate Castle here, not gonna mean anything. Like it's gonna do a little bit more damage, but what's the point when there's all these rams out here?
Yep. Oh, that knight! He's getting ganged up on! Let's go, villagers!
How many villages is this? That's 27 villages versus one knight. But
Oh, no, there's another knight.
He's calling him back up. He's like, this isn't fair. This isn't fair.
Oh no, and the new production is also gonna be destroyed.
Yeah. So this does a lot of damage for the record. 81 damage, 110 plus versus infantry and cavalry. So that like it does an insane amount of damage. But it's not gonna help.
I don't think she's gonna do anything.
It's not going to do
about
much
it.
against the battering rams. Yeah,
Those
just put the
villagers
battering
are still-
rams on the Shogunate Castle.
Wait,
We've
did
got
the
all
villagers win?
They're still working their way through.
They got one of the knights.
I do appreciate the gusto from
Oh, yeah,
Mizzsazza.
the villagers won.
And like she's still oh my god. Like Ar13mis is not even letting up. She doesn't even like Mizzsazza doesn't know about this. But Ar13mis is just making more. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget the 27th of April, the semifinals and the finals will be casted live on Whamen Cutie's channel on Twitch. I'll leave the link underneath in the description. Make sure to click on one of these videos or playlists to watch more Age of Empires casts. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you there.